At Builder's First Source, we're harnessing the power of innovation to transform the future of home building. With 14 facilities across Montana, Builder's First Source is your one-stop shop for building materials. From lumber and windows to trusses and siding, whether you're building single-family homes or multifamily units, we've got you covered. Visit BLDR.com to learn more. Builder's First Source, building Montana's future, one home at a time.
All right, I'm gonna do an intro. Ready? Ready for me to freeze up?
Yep.
Every time?
Every time.
Every time.
Yep.
All right, here we are. In a completely different studio. Hang on. Damn it.
It is a studio.
Yeah. Here we are in a completely different studio than we were last time. But Brad and Jed gave us a kick into the video format, and we really liked it, so we decided to kind of set it up and make it a permanent thing. So
Maybe. Have we decided that?
have we? We like it. You guys like
Well,
it.
we don't know
They
if we
like
like
it.
We don't know if we like it because we just literally started.
I like it.
Well, Brad's out of town. So
Right.
we decided
Yeah.
to give it a try with the video instead of audio by ourselves, and hopefully it works.
We are in my basement. Weatherford is buried over there.
They say he got traded.
Yeah.
But
And you can't, I strategically pushed all the clutter. Like, you guys can't see it, but literally right outside of the frame is like piles of
well, there's a couple
my
Christmas
basement.
trees too.
A couple Christmas trees. Yeah, those are I need to get rid of those anyways. Yeah, so we just set this up because I really like the video format.
Yeah, me
And
too.
it's going to go on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel now and Spotify
Yeah.
and Instagram. Well, the whole thing won't go on Instagram, but we'll put clips and stuff on Instagram.
Yes.
So make sure you follow us on all those
things.
places.
Yeah. And it is, I have to say, I was worried about the whole face because I like being anonymous and
Yeah.
stuff, but it is kind of cool because we get feedback from you guys and we don't know who you are and you guys don't know who we are. And it created this like gap. It
Yeah,
was
it
a
kinda does.
chasm.
It's really cool now though, because people are like, "Hey, I love the podcast."
And
whenever
then we
our
can
games
put
and stuff.
faces. Yeah, we can put faces to names also. So I like it. I'm warming up. It's warming
Yeah.
up to it.
She doesn't like change.
No,
I like change.
I don't like change at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But change is a part of life. I've just found out today too. Yeah.
Yeah, we both have had a lot of changes this last week.
Yeah, for sure.
So
What?
isn't this a hockey podcast?
Yeah.
Or are we just going to talk about ourselves for an hour?
Well, either way, it's fine. We can do whatever we want.
Because it's our podcast.
And we're in a basement.
Yeah.
No one messes with people in basements.
Mm-mm.
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 Not one bit.
Although, full disclosure, my dog is in the room somewhere, so if he makes a cameo, he's like this tall. You'll see him.
Yeah, you'll see him. But he's cute.
So he might show up.
Yeah.
Bonus of working from home. Working from home.
Yeah. With all the paychecks we get. One of these days,
One day,
people.
we might actually get paid to do
And then we won't be in a basement.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that would be cool. Okay. I have a spiel.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking to myself, because granted, we've said over and over and over that we do not know hockey that much.
We are armchair hockey non-experts.
Non-experts, not at all. And I was thinking to myself, and I'm like, why don't we know hockey? Like, why don't? There's no reason we don't. But there is a reason,
great
and
question.
I have figured it out. Okay, here we go. Here's our blurb. We've been sitting in those stands for 4 years now.
Yeah.
And so not actually playing hockey. I'm from the Mojave Desert where,
they don't even know what ice is.
No, we don't know what ice is. So I was raised right outside of Vegas, and they didn't even have a hockey team. The Golden Knights are fairly new. They started, I think, in like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So if we ever wanted to watch a hockey game, we would have to drive like 5 hours to Phoenix to go watch the Coyotes, which we did a few times. And I really liked it, but it wasn't practical.
That's a big commitment to 10 hours of driving.
Yeah, it was not practical. So I wasn't raised around hockey at all. I didn't know anybody who played hockey. I didn't have any family, friends, nothing that had anything to do with hockey. I don't know about your story, if yours is any different than mine.
The first hockey team I ever watched was the Bighorns.
Wow.
I'm like
Okay. Well,
literally,
I'm
I was
gonna set
literally
that.
a hockey virgin before I went to a Bighorns game.
Okay. Well, I'm glad they could pop your hockey cherry. I,
That's right.
yeah.
You always have to take it to the next
I
level.
know. Well, you said virgin, and it just obviously had to go there.
Obviously.
So when we came here, well, I lived in Rapid City. We would see the Rapid City Rush quite a bit. Moving around, lots of hockey in various places. But I don't know. I just know what I see and what's right and what's wrong and what's bad and what's good. And so when we came here and we really, really liked the Bighorn hockey, for 4 years I sat there. And I mean, I got used to the game. Like I'm like, oh, icing. And I know what the refs are doing most of the time, unless they're,
It's more than what they know.
yeah, right. And so, I mean, I don't ever agree with them, but I know what they mean when they're doing their little,
Oh yeah, they're yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. But as far as the players,
Totally missed that. I did the YMCA.
oh, they might as well. At least we could get behind that. As far as the individual players and their jobs, I don't know. I just know forward and defense, right?
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
I don't really know what they like when they're on the ice. I can't tell you. Oh, he's doing a forward job and he's doing a defense job.
Well, I just know the players and what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Not saying that there is, because I guess some players can do both. Good for them. Good for them. So, but just watching the game and our ability to retain information like about the game
Mm-hmm.
is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were just with, our last interview with Appleman and Shell, they were like DTR. I'm like, what the crap is it? Okay, we
Yeah.
don't.
Toe drag
How?
release. I
Yeah.
still
How?
don't know what a toe drag
Oh,
release is.
DTR. See, I even said it wrong. I said
TDR.
TDR.
TDR. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
So
like a car model.
yeah. And not having kids that
My
are
new
doing
Acura TDR.
hockey. My son does hockey, but he's in the 10U, just the house league. So
That
it's
doesn't
just
really
like,
count.
no, because I still don't learn nothing,
Yeah.
right? I don't know anything. So just sitting there and watching all the information that we can get from that is miss pass, goal, not goal, fighting, whatever the ref is saying, ejections, things like that. But as far as the specifics of the game, how are we supposed to know, right? Like, no.
I don't know. I mean, Google.
Google what?
Well, it's
That
true
move.
because
Do that move again.
I've Googled stuff before, and
It's
it's hard to know because you don't know like what because you have to search for a term. You have to know that what they did on the ice is a toe drag release, and then Google the toe drag release
yeah.
to get an example. But if we don't know what
That
it's called, what they did on the ice,
yeah.
we can't
Google it.
research
You
it.
can research
Yeah.
it. So I'm like, that's why we don't. So then we also only have to go by what the refs say, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. We're like, oh, he said that was that. And so then our mind puts together, but they are so inconsistent. Like you'll have one ref calling a million things and then another ref calling nothing. And then you're like, oh, that was definitely boarding. Oh, no. Our guy's crippled on the ground like from being slammed. No, that wasn't boarding. Well, what the?
It's all subjective.
It is.
It's all subjective to a degree. I said that last
Yeah.
time with Branson about the shots on goal.
Yeah, it's subjective.
It's
I don't know how that's subjective, but it is.
to a degree. I mean, I mean, everybody has to kind of agree on, well, if it hits the bar and bounces off, is that a shot on goal?
Yeah.
You say yes, I say no.
Yeah.
Is it? We don't know.
Yeah. I have no idea. So, because to me, every shot is a potential shot on goal.
Yeah.
Right? Is
Yeah.
it what that person is like intended it to be? Is it supposed to be hitting the goal, or is it supposed to be 10 foot off? But it was still a shot at the goal, even though he completely missed. I don't know. It's
So what's your point?
subjective. My point is, maybe we're not the only ones.
I think we are definitely not the only ones.
Well, sometimes I feel like we are the only ones. Right? Kinda. Everybody else seems to know something about something, and I'm like, how?
I think the vast majority of people know like 10 to 20% of what's actually happening.
If they've never played.
And then there's a few people that know a lot, like
well, then most of
people who've
them
been
have
watching
played before.
hockeys, or people who've been watching hockey for a long time, or they've played hockey before, or they've been coaches or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're in the stands, yeah, and they're watching, and they can say, point out all the nuances and stuff. But the vast majority of people, I would say,
that literally just enjoy the game,
Yeah.
enjoy watching the game, but don't necessarily know about the game, like all the details and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're not alone.
No.
No. So if you ever expect us to know what we're talking about, don't. We don't.
We're definitely in that 10 to 20% knowledge. So,
But we have a podcast, so that's how this works. So just because we have a Pocky podcast,
a Pocky
Pocky
podcast.
podcast,
Oh, that's what we should call it, the Pocky Podcast.
it is the Pocky podcast. This is how our
rebrand coming.
This,
I'm just kidding. I just rebranded.
But we do with what we can with what we got. And what we got is hardly anything. But that being said, if any of you want to be like, we're going to get these chicks some more knowledge about hockey, feel free. We would love, I was just thinking about this, we would love for somebody to take us under their wing, especially if they wear a really nice deodorant.
Yeah. Or a really big jersey.
And sit with us during a game and you want to point stuff out, gladly.
Yeah. We sit right behind the goal.
Every time.
Yep.
Best seat in the house.
They really are.
They
you know, it's funny because I was watching from the side of the stands and my brain was like, I couldn't comprehend it. Like watching hockey from like a 90-degree angle change from what I'm used to. Because I've pretty much only ever, even before we started sitting together at the very end, I would sit in that corner section. So I was still kind of seeing it from the same angle. And then I sat on the side and I was like, what's happening? I gotta go sit over there.
So I know what's happening. I know we're creatures of habit, man. Yeah, I'm telling 100%. You. So if anybody wants to sit with us and be like, we're going to teach you a little bit of hockey, like about like plays the guys do, certain names for certain plays, who's moves, roles. And it's so funny because I'm like, I see, like I've been been corrected. I see Hammett getting a lot of fights. And then I've been told
he's not a fighter.
That's not his job. He's not a fighter. And I was like,
be his job, but he still does
I'm like, but you can't tell me that what I'm seeing is
wrong. He got more penalty minutes than Camden last year.
Yeah.
Camden Cunningham last year.
He got like 160 penalty minutes last year.
Do we know?
And that wasn't because he was not fighting. He fights, and that's great, and we love him for it. But I don't care if that's his job. How would I even know if that's his job? I just thought he had a temper. I didn't even know that was a job. Is that a job?
Of fighting?
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that G-Bar has taken that job.
So was he brought to the team for that specific job?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So we just tell you what we see. And our eyes don't lie. Neither do our hips. Isn't that a song?
Yeah. It's, I don't know, some female pop artist.
No. Okay, well.
Okay. So Hammett, penalty minutes.
I told you, it was like 160.
He's got 85 already this year.
But it's not his job. But I didn't know it was a job. Anyway, we don't. I don't even know how to say this.
You know what would be cool? I was just thinking about this. If in penalty minutes, if they include all the minutes from the games that you're suspended from for fighting.
Oh.
Like, can you imagine how many penalty minutes G-Bar would have with 18 suspended games for fighting?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Dude.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
It would be.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't, but it would.
Well, for somebody.
I mean, it'd be like 1,000 minutes.
Well, I know. Well, in like the year before, we had Bloom, who was our captain, and he was
a fight. Dude, he was always getting in the penalty box for fighting.
Everything. He was in the penalty box for everything. And most of the time he wasn't even on the ice because he was ejected. And he was our captain. Thank you for Watusik for stepping up every single game.
He was a great, assistant captain?
Assistant captain. Partial captain.
Got a lot of experience.
But it's just like, I know for a fact that wasn't Bloom's job. He was an awesome forward, and he was our captain, but he still fought a lot.
I feel like the defensemen should be doing more fighting. You know what I mean?
You would think defense. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think we have more
makes logical sense.
I don't know. So if there's a specific job for fighting, great.
It's G-Bar.
You think?
100%.
Who's our other one? There's got to be more than one fighter.
Well, yeah. Well,
Lindsay. He fights.
Apparently, we'll get into this later, but apparently one of the new guys is a fighter. But
Ooh,
we're gonna get into the new guys here in a minute. Okay.
No, wait.
Okay.
We're still on fights, really quick.
Yeah.
Hockey fans love fights. I'm not gonna lie. I love them. You love them?
It's how I fell in love with the game because it's the only one that lets them actually fight.
Do they?
Dude, I was shocked the first time. The first time I saw there were two of the refs and two dudes fighting. And the refs were just like standing there waiting for them to fight it out. I was like,
Yeah.
is this real life?
Yeah.
This is actually like part of the sport.
I know.
And I was like, I'm
This
back.
is the best
I'm back.
sport ever.
Best sport ever.
Now,
And it is literally the only sport that will allow fighting like that.
well, yeah,
I mean,
the refs need to let them fight a little bit more.
yeah. But I mean, all the other sports, they like, no, absolutely not. Maybe rugby a little bit.
Oh yeah, rugby's brutal.
Rugby's pretty brutal.
Lacrosse, no.
No, not lacrosse, not football, not basketball. Like, I mean, if they started throwing down on a basketball court, can you
awesome.
imagine? Like,
that'd be fun.
dude.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
That's why we like hockey.
And it's so funny because and I know the fans like fighting, but there's certain times in certain games when a fight kind of breaks out or is about to break out around, like, the goaltender, like they always do. And I'm always like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then people, no joke, look at me like, are you insane? But in my mind, I'm like, they're going to do it. We're going to eject it, or we're going to go to the penalty box and the score's too close and we can't do it right now. It's only the second. We got to like wait till the third at least if you're.
Yeah.
And everybody looks at me like, shut up, lady. And I'm like, it's not time. It's not their time.
Yeah.
So fighting is
That's why
good, but there's a time.
That's why we have a fight string, because those guys are kind of disposable, where they can just go in the box for a few minutes and then we'll throw somebody else on the ice that can make up for the gap because they're the fighters.
Yeah.
Although G-Bar is the captain of our fight string now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hammond had
Did you
4
see
last night.
Did you see him like smashing people around last night?
Yeah. Did you see Shell smashing people around last night? Oh,
Ty, you naughty boy. That
was
great.
great.
That was
I was like, oh my gosh, he's coming out of his shell. See what I did there? That was fun, Shell. That was real fun.
Yeah.
And of course, Hammett. I love it. Keep it up, Hammett. I don't care if it's your job or not.
You're
It's
good
what
at it.
people want to see. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's my take on hockey. If anybody wants to like hang out with us and teach us what we need to know about stuff that there's no way we can know. How could we know this? That's what I want to know. So don't judge us for not knowing, because really, how are we supposed to know? Yeah. Anyways, that's my take.
I've never played hockey.
That's my rant.
Obviously.
No.
Dude, I don't remember the last time I put a pair of ice skates on.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe if you were Fruity Booter or whatever you call it, you wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah, the rollerbladers from the.
You know what? In the desert, there was
90s.
anything to do.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's right.
Fruity
You were
Booter.
a fruit booter.
I was a fruit booter.
Yeah, she used to rollerblade.
Well, yeah. That's what you
Yeah.
do when
I
I'm
see. I grew up
30.
in Seattle though, and there was like skateboarders and BMXers was the thing. So
Really?
I was a BMXer.
Oh, I skateboarded a lot.
I didn't like skateboarding. I couldn't figure out how to like catch the center of gravity, make it work. So.
Well, I was a longboarder, so that doesn't really count. But
no,
I like those. I still would do it if I could.
You could.
Really?
It's a nice skate
on my dirt road?
By the way.
I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Go.
I'm in a longboard.
You could go hang out with the teenagers in the skate park. That wouldn't be weird, at all.
No, that's not happening.
Anyways.
Okay, back to hockey. So we're three games.
Yeah. So today we're gonna cover last weekend's games, Butte and Great Falls.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna cover last night's game because the Friday night game was canceled. We'll get into the details of why that was. And then this is Sunday afternoon right now when we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a game tonight. So we're only going to cover the 3 that have happened.
Yeah.
But because of the schedule, whatever, we just couldn't fit
everything.
We couldn't fit recording in after the Sunday game and whatever. So
because life happens again on Monday, So we're taking advantage of the time we have with what we got. So the first game that was like last weekend, I hate these mixed games. If we're going to play Butte, let's just play them twice and get it over with.
I feel like we hardly did that at all last year.
We did it a few times, a couple.
4th or 5th weekend where we split.
It's terrible. So we played Butte on the 31st of January. Butte.
Where are we at?
Butte. We won, of course.
8-2.
Okay, we won 8-2. I don't know where that is in my beautiful notes.
Rub it in a little bit.
The announcer.
Oh, the Butte announcer.
Oh my gosh. So monotone and so boring. Here they come again.
He should probably he should be announcing for golf and not hockey.
True that.
We need somebody with some inflection.
He might even put the
Maybe
golfers
we
to
should
sleep.
announce hockey.
Ooh, that guy did that one thing. What's that one thing?
Yeah,
Oh, the human centipede. Woo! Hey, it
Okay,
might
if
be
we
fun.
ever get a gig doing like actual hockey announcement, or what do they call it? Color, like
Mm.
adding color to it.
Oh,
Like
we can do that.
I want to like cameo the human centipede comment.
Oh, dude, I got
Oh,
more where that comes from, I'm sure.
quick plug. So we have on unofficialbighorns.com.
Mm.
So if you're wondering where to go, that was my dog groaning. If you heard that, promise we're not we're not farting on camera.
And I
That's
just
my
ate, so
dog.
it's not my stomach.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Unofficialbighorns.com, that there's like links to all the stuff to follow us there, and we also have a merch store, and I made a human centipede shirt. So
It's
I
pretty
want
cool. It's like
somebody,
Napoleon
it's like,
Dynamite-ish
yeah,
looking.
I want somebody to buy it and wear it to a game
I
because
love that.
I do not have the balls to wear a shirt that literally, it's like a raglan tee and it literally just says human centipede.
I would do it.
Would you? I wouldn't.
Are we gonna get in
I want
trouble for copyright on
somebody.
that?
Who am I copywriting?
The human centipede movies?
That I am not aware that those were movies.
How
Are
you?
those? I try to keep this PG-13. Should we not be talking about those kind of movies?
We already did, and you made a shirt.
I know.
It's kind of bad. You can't
I'm
pack
implying
that
that
amount.
I'm implying that it's like a porn. A human centipede? You know what a human centipede is, right? Do not Google that. Do not.
Dude, I'm talking about the 3 movies that are not necessarily pornographic. It's about a twisted scientist
Okay.
dude.
I gotta look this up.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna ruin her life.
Human centipede movies.
There's
Do
3 of
not
them.
just search
No, go to images, please.
images. What the hell?
No, keep going. No, keep going. You gotta get the.
The Human Centipede Part 2? Oh, these are horror films? That's why I haven't heard of them, because I don't watch horror.
Just you gotta wait for that one picture. There's a picture with 3 people. No, I'm not telling you. Oh, it gets better.
Like, I mean, I'm seeing a little bit of like face to butt, which I'm not down for. I do have parental controls on, so it might
Oh,
not.
that's not gonna show then. You take off your parental controls. Yeah, there you go.
That is it. I'm not showing this. That is a human centipede right there. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but the scientist actually did this to them.
You know, we are just a tube.
Mm-hmm.
Sphincter to sphincter.
Yeah, these people have proven that.
So, don't Google it. And if you do Google it, I warned you.
I can't believe there's Americans that haven't heard about it, especially 18 and over.
I mean, I know what like the Urban Dictionary definition of it is, but I didn't know. I mean, well, I also do not go into the horror genre
I know.
because
It's a bummer.
I have
She
way
doesn't
too
get any of
active.
my jokes.
I have way too active of an imagination, and my parents took me to see Jurassic Park, which is not horror, it's like sci-fi. I was 7 years old and we were living in Poland. We went to a Polish theater
Mhm.
and saw it in English with Polish subtitles. I had nightmares for literally 25 years. I'm not kidding. Like, I
Somebody
had a
please show up
nightmare.
at the rink wearing one of those inflatable dinosaur costumes,
Well,
please.
those don't, I'm not scared of it anymore. Like, I'm a grown-ass
Oh,
woman, but
oh.
like, I remember recent, like, not in fairly recent memory, having a dinosaur, like the kitchen scene where the kids are running away
When
and
he's
then,
like tapping.
and they like hides behind the thing and the spoons clatter and then the thing like looks at them and
You know that
legit nightmares.
you know it's not real though, right?
I was 7. My brain thought it was real.
Okay. Well,
My parents didn't make the best decisions.
human centipede is in the merch store, everybody.
Yeah, go get a shirt. Somebody go get a shirt and wear it.
Yeah, now that she knows.
If you
that
wear
they're
it, I
movies.
will take a selfie with you and post you on our Instagram because
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
that would be amazing. And also, we get a little kickback for every order, which would be great.
Right? I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Butte,
Okay,
dude.
so Butte,
Oh no,
we
I
won.
can't talk about that.
8-2
Scoring.
shots
Did you
on.
see the scoring?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Now I'm
sorry.
sad. Now I have
A little
my
bit of grief.
separation
Cam
thing.
Young got the first score. Okay. Um, shots on goal was 65 25. Meh. And they got a heck of a lot of penalties.
Oh, no. Not Butte.
They're
They're like
angels.
angels. Yeah.
And look at all those goals that we made.
I know. And we mixed it up. We had a lot. They got two? Yeah. So I think the main thing on the Butte
Is this?
game,
Did he make that in the last 30 seconds?
yeah. The last
Gotta squeak that one in.
thing in Butte that we should talk about, because Butte, who cares? It's Butte. Is that our beloved goalie decided to pummel somebody and get ejected and suspended. And the biggest problem with all of that is the Butte camera was like, it was like this. I don't know who was running it.
They didn't know either. That was the game where the person who was supposed to be running the camera actually wasn't behind the camera. And you could hear them say in the background, someone asked, "Hey, who's running the camera?" And then someone responded, "You are."
So the
Get it together.
only thing that we saw is Branson Appleman getting escorted off the ice.
Now what do we got going on here? Langamo had a breakaway. He was skating down, about ready to get a shot. The Helena defender came in and poked it away. Langamo ended up skating into Appleman's net, and Appleman just jumped on him and started punching him. And so Appleman will go to the locker room, and rightfully so.
So
Dang.
the commentary, though, was saying that he was just completely wailing on this guy. And I want to see it. I want to see it so bad.
Apparently with his blocker, too.
Well,
the blocker's the, like, big,
yeah.
hard thing, right? I see. What do we know about hockey?
What is it called? What does it look like?
The big, hard thing.
Oh.
Shut up.
Darn.
It's not. I was not making a dick joke. The big, like, rectangular, that's the blocker, and then the other one has, like, the catching.
I guess there was a few smacky smacks with the blocker, and then in his head he was like, oh no. I should not do that. And then he swapped and then started like
pummeling him with his offhand.
Offhand? His small hand.
Yeah.
We love it. And the thing that makes that just so much better is that when we did the interview with him that just had been released like 2 days prior, he's on there saying, I don't have any penalty minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I told him, I said, your time will come. And then
first game, ejected from beating down somebody else.
Not only penalty minutes, but also
I know.
An ejection.
I wrote him and I was like, oh no, welcome to the club. You're
finally contributing to the Helena penalty minutes.
Yeah. You gotta do it. It's just something you gotta do.
It's a Bighorns thing.
It's
the Bighorns way.
I was like, you have made it. Now you've made it.
So last year Schindel got an ejection for fighting. This year, Branson.
Yeah. But we didn't get to see it,
an ejection. Which is
so sad. Not that I want it to happen again.
But I mean, if it's gonna happen, it would be nice.
Make sure to get a camera
next time, Butte. Please get your camera.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Jeez, we like to watch our fights. Anyways, I heard it was a good one, and he'll be back tonight. He had 2 games of suspension.
Yeah,
I'm usually not allowed to say that, but since he'll be back by the time
and this is coming out in a few days, so
we always say that, but then
old news, yeah, because it's hard to it's hard to know like what they're gonna decide about the suspension before as they're like debating it. So we try not to like talk about suspensions or majors here because it could. Well, we don't know what we're talking about, and also it could theoretically affect how the decision is made.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't, but it could.
And that's all fluff.
We don't want to take the risk of like them saying, well, your media coverage said this and this, so therefore you get 6 games instead of 2.
But we're unofficial, sir. So, we ain't know nothing. Okay, but
we ain't know nothing.
In Branson's defense, I have never seen so many goalies be ran.
Oh my gosh.
In like a season.
The month of like
in a month.
Goalie fights.
Not fights.
Well, not
they
fights,
just,
but like goalie wipeouts.
yeah. And it's so weird because I'm like, man, last year, like you would see a couple.
Yeah.
It was like a mishap. It's like, oh, the goalie just got taken out, but it was rare.
It's been
Now it's like every single game.
well since Appleman got ran. Yeah, every single game since he got ran.
Yeah.
A goalie has been knocked down,
Yeah.
injured, ejected.
And it wasn't just ours either. Like we'd see other games
all of
and
them.
goalies. I'm like, what is happening? And so
He's a trendsetter.
I know. I know.
Wrong trend,
yeah.
Branson.
Yeah. No, it was a right trend. We like it.
Just not on our goalies. I guess it was none of our. It was just Branson that got injured and then ejected.
Well, he got injured that one game
Miller
for
and
getting
Malik.
ran.
Yeah, Miller
And
and
then
Malik.
he got ejected.
Yeah, yeah. Miller and Malik haven't been terrorized.
Not yet, but it is a little weird.
Yeah.
And so I think what had happened is because even when it was happening, like there was no penalties for it. There was nothing, no repercussions or anything. And so I think finally he just snapped and decided to take it into his own blocker. Anyways, we don't condone violence on this podcast.
Yeah, we do.
But sometimes, when the refs suck,
yeah,
you got to take care of things yourself because they're not going to do it.
Yeah. Well, and I think too that with G-Bar's massive suspension, I think that our guys are a little bit afraid to fight because they're afraid of being out for so long. And like, there's a chance that if you are not one of the top players and you get an 18-game suspension, I don't know, you might not come back at all this season. You might have to wait. Well, at this point, if you get that kind of suspension, the season will just be over anyways.
Yeah.
And so I think that they're a little touchy on coming to Branson's defense or just like fighting things out in general, because now this other precedent has also been set that you could theoretically get an 18-game suspension for one fight, which I heard yesterday it was supposed to be like a 36 or 37 game
That's
suspension.
so dumb.
And they cut it back to 18 games. And like,
okay, first of all, if that was the case, whoever did that to Trey, I don't remember who it was, that made Jabari lose his temper and go out and do what he did, that guy should have been booted for just as long, because I mean, in hockey, you see things that are like, ooh, that's bad. But that move that happened to Trey was uncalled for. It was dirty. And that was like, there was an intent
not dirty in the good way, not filthy, dirty.
No, it was dirty as in you got a dirty soul.
Yeah.
And Jabari did, in my mind,
the honorable thing and beat the shit out of the guy.
Well, sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah.
It teaches them a lesson, and I bet the next time somebody's like, haha, watch this, I'm gonna run Appleman, they might think better of it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can only take so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So way to go, Branson. We'll root for you. All
right. Great Falls.
Yeah.
So Great Falls, I was actually in Great Falls for the game. I was out there for an archery competition, getting my state champion belt buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually didn't get it. It was delayed because I know.
I gotta take a drink.
So they order them custom through Montana Silversmiths, which is a great like local company. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Except that they weren't able to finish them because 9 of their staff, there's a pretty small company, like 9 of their staff are volunteer firefighters, and they got called to California to help fight the fires.
Oh.
And so everything was put on back order and delay.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And so I didn't actually get my belt buckle, which is a bummer.
Oh, no.
I know. But hopefully now that the California fires are reasonably under control, I assume they're going to get back up to it and I'll get it at some point. I don't know. But I was recognized as a Montana state champion, because I shoot female barebow. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. And no one else in the state does.
You're telling my secrets. I did win by default.
No, win is a win.
You know what though? It's a lot of hard work to show up. You'll have to show up to every single competition and keep practicing between, so that because you have to actually shoot the arrows. Like you can't just like be there. So I put in a lot of hard work to get it.
And you deserve it.
Yeah, and I paid for that belt. It's
The
not cheap.
truth comes out, people.
I bought my own trophy, okay?
Yeah. Hey, you do what you got to
That's
do.
great.
Oh, really quick on the
So-
Butte, we had
yeah,
the
yeah.
Kennedy people in Schroeder.
Schrodinger.
It's not Schrodinger.
I know.
It's Schroeder.
I-
And we don't like any of them at all. It's Schroeder. Would you just trust
I
the-
know it's, but Erwin Schrodinger.
Okay, that's only what nerds say.
Oh, that's not it.
But you remember when Manny Pantow?
Man.
Okay.
And
I stand corrected. Last time I said with that one announcer that said that every time Manny did anything, he could be
Anything.
like just
He sneezed.
sneezing.
And the
He's
guy
like,
was like,
I even do it now. Okay. I thought it was just a Manny thing because he was like insecure or something. It's not. They had Logan Hunter in there. No crap. Here comes the guy, Logan Hunter.
Well, I mean, when you're a one-trick pony, I guess you just gotta
Anyways,
transfer.
so
Because Manny
it's a
Pantow
thing.
got dropped, or he transferred out.
I don't know what he did. He's dumb. I mean, I'm sure he's a great kid.
I don't have the ad drop list.
There's been a lot of movage. Is that a word? Movage.
Movage. Well, the trade, yeah,
I don't want to talk about
the
that.
trade deadline. Okay, well, no, let's talk about Great Falls really quick. 'cause
Oh,
the
Great
trade
Falls, there's nothing to go on because, Appleman was
gone.
gone.
Well, it's not a one-man team.
I know he's not, but I said there was other than Appleman being gone, that was the switch up.
Oh,
Because
right,
Miller
right.
was in. Miller took over, right?
It went.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miller took over when Appleman got booted, and then Miller was in the next night in Great Falls.
Yeah, and it was a really close game. It was like 3-1 for the majority of the game, and then in the last little part of the third, we tied it, then went to overtime, and then went to a shootout, and we won 4-3. Which, I mean, we won, so I'm happy. But
So they got this new goalie too. I don't know what happened to Ryder. So I'm happy that some
Yeah, what happened?
Ryder wasn't there, and then they got this in a drop down guy named Polnock. And
The
we were
goalie?
like, yeah,
Yeah. He's not that great.
not impressed.
No,
But then
ours is
Ryder has
better.
been, yeah. We have 3 great goalies, and there's
We do.
Ryder gets some kind of superpower when he's playing Helena, because other than that, he really sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is there.
I think that that's okay. We were talking about this yesterday. I think that that's a thing. Like, because we are former Fraser Cup champions.
Yeah.
Just recently former. And we're in the top of our division
Every year.
When people show up to play us, especially in our rink,
They do some
but
crack
also
cocaine.
yeah, they come in hot. Like, they are ready to just fight for it, And so, and I don't think that a lot of the other team matchups really do that. Who was playing the Quake last night? Who beat Quake last night? Butte. Or I thought it was last night. Yeah. Butte beat Quake 10-2 or something.
Yeah.
And we only beat Quake what?
6
rip?
or 7.
6 rip, 7 rip.
Yeah.
And so but Butte was able to score 10, but we just beat Butte 8-2.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
We should be scoring 25 goals against Quake. But I think that when they show up and play us, that they are ready to fight for it. And so I think that we do kind of get the best version of every team.
And it's still not good enough.
And it's still not good enough.
That's
That's
my
nice theory.
try. It's a great effort on
Mhm.
your, whatever. I don't even know. I can't even finish that because it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, they got, Cam had a fight.
Of course he did. He's a fighter. He's in the fight string.
No, he's not. It's
Yes,
not
he
his
is.
job either.
Doesn't matter. He still fights.
He does fight. I
He's a
got the
great
best
fighter.
video.
I like.
And I was like, I was clipping it, and I'm like, dude, this video is great because Cam came off the bench and just instantly threw his gloves. He came off the bench and he was gonna get that guy, and I'm like, yeah. And I was trying to find music. I'm like, oh, it's gotta be a good song. I was like, Drowning Pool. Yeah, everybody likes.
The bodies hit the floor.
Right?
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Well, because we like heavy metal, hard rock. That's our
do.
music.
Yeah.
And so whenever I'm like, yeah, I want to do heavy metal something. And then my husband comes up and he's like, Forever Young. And I'm like, who's that? Dude.
I wanna be
And
forever
legit.
young.
So I got out of my heavy metal Slipknot. Yeah. and put Forever
It-
Young to the song, and it legit
It
is
was
perfect.
amazing. It's on our Instagram.
And
Is it still up there? Or
yeah.
was it a reel?
No, it's a
still
reel
there.
that I saved. 'Cause I like
Okay.
stories, but then they disappear, and I want to remember moments of brilliance. And so he's like, put Forever Young on there. I'm like, that's stupid. And for some reason, that
it's
video and that
awesome.
song matched perfectly. And it just made me so happy to watch it. I would just crack up at myself.
Yourself. It's your joke.
And I know, I can't help it. Sometimes they just work. And so then I'll have to say, was it 2 days ago? I was just going through the reels and I saw that with Forever Young. And then Young's gone.
Oh yeah.
And I have to say that one hit me pretty hard. And
Yeah,
I
Young
know, I mean, we've
traded.
maybe said like 5 words to the guy in 2 years.
Yeah.
But we get attached. I don't know if it's the woman
He's
thing
been
in
a
us.
fixture, and well, and
I
he's
think
a
it's because we're chicks, dude.
Yeah.
We get
And we're
attached.
moms. Yeah.
We do.
Well, and I think also because he did go to the Fraser Cup with us last year, and that was a really big deal to have him as kind of one of our mainstay players last year. And then to have him again this year, and it was like, sweet, Cam's back. Awesome. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
be another, he's been a mainstay. And then
And he's topic of conversation for us.
Well-
and has been for 2 years on these podcasts we've been doing.
Yeah.
We talk about him all the time because he was one of our favorites to watch. And now all of a sudden it's like, what? No.
we miss you, Cam.
When we heard that there was going to be some trades, and
Well,
we had guesses on who it was, and I can tell you
Cam was not on that list of
that was
guesses.
never.
No. Mm-mm.
That would have and when we heard it was him, we were like, I mean, both of us were
Although
like,
he was,
what?
yeah, he was specifically requested though.
I don't give a crap. He
Well,
specifically
because
requested here.
We took, so I'm in the ad drop list here.
Dude, it just you don't expect it.
So we took Friddle.
Is it Frittel? No,
Frittel.
that it was changed. Was it Friddle or Frittel?
Fritel.
Fritel. I was going to say
Let's just say it
Fritel.
all the different ways.
But I think it is Frittel.
Friddle.
Friddle?
Friddle.
Fritel.
Marcus.
That's what we're going to go with because we suck at
We
names.
took Marcus from the Mason City Toros, and he was their captain. And so this is all information that we got since, okay, so Thursday was the trade deadline, and we got word that Cam was traded.
I thought they were lying just to get us upset.
Did they tell us Friday or Saturday?
I don't know.
It was Saturday. It was yesterday.
No, it wasn't. It was Thursday.
Did they tell us on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Friday.
Anyways, and so because Marcus
F.
I can't screw that up. Because
Oh,
Marcus
that means-
was the captain.
It's probably
He
Marcus. He's
hot.
French.
Marcus. I'm sorry, dude.
Dude, all of these names are horrible. Like, they used to kind of make sense. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody said, like, Finn's name was Therialt, I'd be like, oh, that's what it's spelled.
Right.
Perio, okay, I can see it.
All
I
right.
can see it.
Yeah.
Euchre looks like euchre. It does not look
Eker.
like eker. And then they're saying riser. It's not even
It's
ricer.
reeser.
It's reeser. And then my whole life, there's nothing that makes sense anymore.
No, so we just like to butcher your names for the comedy value.
Because we obviously can't get them right. So Marcus F.
Marcus was the captain for the Mason City Toros, and the coach wouldn't give him up. Like he did not want to let him go.
I get it. I get it.
He's number 10 skater in the nation right now. And so he didn't want to give him up. But the parents wanted him to transfer. Okay, this is hearsay. Like this is just like through grapevine stuff.
We really shouldn't say parents.
That's fine. The parents wanted him to move. He wanted to move. The Mason City Toros aren't really going anywhere. I think he wanted us specifically.
Well, because we're awesome.
And so then on the very last day, Bighorn's leadership gets the call that he wants to move, but they said captain for captain. And so they asked
Cam
for
was one of our
Cam Young.
assistants.
And the like like the part that really hurts my heart, it's not so much that Cam was traded, because trading is kind of part of the game, but the part that really hurts my heart is that his parents were on the plane on their way here for
Parents'
parents
night.
weekend, and they couldn't get a hold of the parents because they were on the plane that Cam had been traded. So they got here and Cam was like either gone or leaving very shortly or whatever for Mason City. Where even is Mason City?
I don't even care, but the thing that hurts my heart the most is
I
they
just
got
feel-
traded to a team that is not going to win or probably
Well,
even
yeah,
go
that
to the
too.
Fraser Cup.
But I just feel so bad for his parents. So
I feel bad for him.
Okay,
Maybe he wanted this. I don't know.
That's brought me into a point though, is I think, and other people have said this too, that Parents Weekend should not be the same weekend as the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's
We
heartbreaking.
should move Parents Weekend out at least 1 week.
At least.
I mean, that puts it on Valentine's Day, like,
Or maybe a
just
week
about every year.
before. I don't care. Oh yeah, after would be better.
I think after would be better, but we should probably move Parents Night, because that's really like
That sucks.
what a like waste of time and money for the parents, and what a like terrible experience to have. I feel so
I know. Here we are feeling
so
bad.
bad for them. Like,
Yeah. I
really
don't like
scary,
it.
Mr. and Mrs. Young.
Forever young, man. Yeah. Do you do the peace sign? Oh, can we do that
No,
with the
I do
horns?
horns. Yeah,
I don't know if I can multitask like that. It's really hard.
do it.
My finger is broke. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We love you, dude. And we're sorry, Mr. and Mrs.
Dude,
Young.
it
That was
definitely,
terrible weekend for you guys.
that was a terrible loss.
Yeah.
I still.
Yeah, we should definitely move Parents Weekend.
Not
And
even
that's
that
like,
stop with the Parents Weekend is a loss for us.
well, yes, of
Think
course,
about
I
us
know.
now.
But now we have Marcus.
Marcus Fritel.
Yeah. And so now we have a skater in the top 10. And then Finn, when I last looked, which was a few days ago, Finn was, I think, number 22.
You know what? That's so dumb.
Those are our like top skaters as far as like stats go.
No.
Which
This doesn't make any sense. All these guys and all these teams that have the top skaters, the teams themselves suck. They do.
except for now that Brow has gone to, where did he go? I forgot. There's so much been happening.
So
this
that
last
is
week.
one issue. One issue. Obviously, Butte's not going anywhere. Obviously, the Wild's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, Quake. Poor Quake. I want him to
West
lose.
Bend Power. Brow.
I was getting
number
there.
2. Yeah, sorry. I interrupted.
West Bend is always a big contender at the Fraser. They're always there. Always there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And Granite City's always there.
So are we.
The Rochester's usually there. We're usually there. The Wild have been there with us the last couple of years.
Not this year.
No.
I got some tea on the Wild too.
Okay. All right. Wow. So when we hear that, I think the number 2 or number 3 scorer in the nation, being Andrew Brow, went to West Bend, I was like, oh no.
Drew Bro.
Don't like that. Don't like that. And then what? Hipsag went to the Sabres. Yeah, they're still not on there.
Yeah, they're not.
I think Hipsag went to the Sabres.
Yeah, he went from Wild to the Sabres.
And that's rough because the Sabres have kind of like climbed while everybody else kind of went down, like Great Falls, Bozeman. They're Hawks. Now Badlands are like
yeah.
So they got Hipsag, and then Hapka went to Great Falls.
Yeah.
And then Arndt or whatever went to the Ice Wolves.
Oh, dude,
they're a problem too.
The Wild is like hemorrhaging players.
Which I don't blame them, but the problem is all these really great players are now going to really great teams.
Yeah.
And it makes me scared.
I'm kind of glad that we didn't get Brow though, because I would.
We're not going through that again.
Do that 2 years in a row.
You know what though, Brow? Brow.
He's
never done or said anything offensively toward us that I know of.
That's true.
He and Villers.
He just played really well against us.
There's some horrible Butte guys that are mean and angry and jealous, but I've never, from Villers and Brow or Bro, they always seem to be pretty cool dudes. And if I'm wrong, sorry. My issue last year was you had Strike and Crooks that would physically
Yeah,
And that was only because his hair would stick out.
I know.
Gosh. That was the only thing. I wasn't saying anything bad about him. It was just that he would always have his hair poof out, and then it reminded me, whatever. Anyways.
She's in such a tizzy, doesn't she?
That's my job. No, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, they would
would, like,
taunt the
bash.
crowd and be like,
Yeah, and
horse down.
They would bash our dudes for, like,
Yeah, and so
funsies.
that was different. But I think if brow would come over, I think that, I mean, I don't have anything against him.
Yeah.
Do you?
Not really.
That sucks.
I mean, just that he's a really good player that's played against us.
But he never scores against us. It's the weirdest thing. And last year
He
with
doesn't?
Gillette, no.
He could score for us. I guess it's too late for that now.
Yeah.
He's still not on the list. I'm looking at the top skaters list.
They all take him down. I don't know what's happening.
Well, Marcus is here, but he still shows Toros, and he jumped up to number 7 since the last night.
Oh.
He was number 10.
Well, yeah, he just shows up, gets off the ice, and then gives us 2 goals.
Yeah.
And an assist.
Came in like a firestorm, like Shell.
Shell
That's
did
a
too.
precedent I like.
I know, for
That's
sure.
a good trend to set, Ty.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah.
Ty.
Shell.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Marcus.
No, because Shell came in and scored 2 goals and 2 goals, and then
no.
Marcus came in and scored 2 goals. So
Tonight.
expectations are high for tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Wherever Brow is.
He's not on the list anymore.
He seems like a legit dude.
We have a bunch of
I was saying
Frontier people in the top 10.
that Brow, whenever he came, he would never score during any of their games. He would never score. It was really weird, but it was the same thing last year with Severson or whatever his name is from Gillette.
Yeah.
He was like the top in everything, but
Yeah.
he would come to Helena and he wouldn't do anything
Yeah.
except for soccer flop. Remember that?
Yes.
That guy actually would lay there and he'd be like out. And then he would like look up,
make sure somebody's watching.
Yeah, wait for the refs, and then hurry. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
make sure he's like shedding tears at the right moment. Yeah.
Soccer flopper.
At Builder's First Source, we're harnessing the power of innovation to transform the future of home building. With 14 facilities across Montana, Builder's First Source is your one-stop shop for building materials. From lumber and windows to trusses and siding, whether you're building single-family homes or multifamily units, we've got you covered. Visit BLDR.com to learn more. Builder's First Source, building Montana's future, one home at a time.
Really quick, so getting back on the Cam Young thing with the fight and the Forever Young, now it's just going to forever live in our hearts. But we understand. We totally understand. We're going to miss him. It's kind of weird watching a game without him because he's such a staple.
Yeah.
But, I know that this happens in hockey. I do know that much. It doesn't mean we have to like it.
We trade them like cattle.
Yeah, we trade them like cattle. It's very sad.
Sorry, boys.
Sorry, boys.
It's the business.
You're more than cows to us, okay? And I'm sure I'm not alone there.
Oh, no, definitely not.
A lot of your fans are women, and I guarantee they feel the same way as us. But we have a Pocky Hodcast, and so we say it out loud.
So now everyone knows that Leanna has a crush on Cam.
What? That went so wrong so quick.
Yeah, you're... Cherries.
You set me up for that.
You set me up for that.
I have a...
Turnabout fair play.
She's crazy.
I just won.
I am married.
I just won
somebody at a decent age. He's a little younger.
If you have to mention the age of your spouse, it's a little sus.
I have daughters their age.
My type is over 18.
Yeah. No, my type. No, God, no. No. I already feel old. I don't need anybody making me feel older.
I didn't get my coffee this morning, so.
Now we're going to cut all that because she's weird. She made it weird.
We're so not cutting that.
We're so cutting that. I have a dang it, Hammett.
Dang it.
See my
Hammett.
beautiful notes. Dang it, Hammett. So that game went into overtime, and it was 3-on-3. And here comes Hammett with his stick.
Oh, that's right. You got a penalty.
Yeah,
in
overtime.
3-on-3.
And then I thought, I'm like, oh my God, 2-on-3 because I don't know anything about hockey.
It stays
and then
3-on-3.
and then it turned into 4-on-3.
Oh, was that what?
Yeah. So it turned to 4-on-3, which was like a little bit better. We still held them off, whatever. And then it went into a shootout.
It was wild.
It was wild without the wild. The shootout I watched it on TV.
I was, yeah.
But yeah, you were there. So what you got?
Well, it was okay. Back to our conversation from when we were talking about this with Branson, because he said one of the rules he wanted to add was the 3-2-1,
Uh-huh.
right?
No, that was
Oh no, Shell
Shell.
said to add the 3-on-3,
I like
3-on-3 for 3 minutes, 2-on-2 for 2 minutes, and then 1-on-1 as like whoever's the most skilled player then wins. Whereas the shootouts are really kind of
luck.
based on luck, and so I kind of had that in mind as I was watching that. I was like, yeah, it's really down to whether he can like make a move on the goalie
Well,
or not. It's not
because
really skill, it's
and
kind
that
of
is
luck.
100% true because Great Falls, the biggest scorer on their team, Ty Obi-Wan Kenobi. I always thought it was Obey.
Obi-Wan.
Shocking. So whatever his name is, he goes to do his shootout thing and loses the puck. And
Oh yeah.
I mean that he probably would have made it.
Yeah.
Cuz that's him. He's a good shooter.
Yeah.
But he's like doing this and then he went over the puck. He kept going. The puck was back here. That was his turn.
That was it.
So that is luck.
And he
like
biffed
poor
it.
guy. I mean, he could have potentially
but if
lost that game for
if
them.
it was 1-on-1, then our guy could have taken the puck back and he still would have had a chance to recover that mistake, but there's
Not with a
no
shootout.
recovering that mistake.
And I did feel bad for him, dude. Like you said, these are just kids, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, as much as we don't like other teams and whatever, like he's a good player.
Yeah.
Things happen, but that was his. It was over. He could have made it.
Yeah.
He probably would have made it. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll never know.
Yeah.
And I would have hated to be him in the locker room after that game.
Sorry, dude.
That sucks. It sucks. So I agree with Shell. I think that it needs to be more about skill rather than luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, are you going to talk about who our shootout guy was?
I don't really remember what happened last time.
It was
well,
Hammett.
Hammett made it.
Yeah, Hammett.
So yeah, that's right. So
it was beautiful. It was a
good
shot,
Hammett got taken off the ice in overtime, and then he redeemed himself by making
the very first shot in the shootout.
Shot.
And then we didn't make any after that, but then Obi-Wan Kenobi missed this, and then it was over.
And okay, so do you know what the process is for the shootout? Because once we made it,
it's like best out of 3.
The game wasn't over.
No, because they had a chance to do it again to tie it up.
How does a hockey shootout?
What I think it is like we make it as best out of 3. So we make it, I think, and then they have a chance to tie it up. If they don't tie it up, we have another chance to make it, and then they have to, I don't know, something like they have to make it, because if we make it, I don't know. But then it keeps going, and I think it caps out at 8, 7. See, I hate reading on the internet because they make it so difficult. Just like say what we want to say and not procedure and stuff.
Okay, so NHL rules, which the NA3 rules can vary slightly from this.
I think. I don't know.
So, in each shootout, each team's coach will select 3 shooters to take turns attempting to score.
Yeah.
Players can't be serving a penalty, of course. The home team decides if they want to shoot first or second. The order of attempts alternates.
Mm-hmm.
It's played from center ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the goaltenders defend the goal, obviously. Thanks a lot, hockeymonkey.com. We know the goaltenders defend the goal. If there's no winner after all 6 shots have been taken, play will move to sudden death until the first team scores. So I was thinking that a shootout was like sudden death.
No.
But a shootout is we each get 3 attempts.
Yeah, I knew it was 3.
And whoever gets more successful attempts then breaks the tie and wins. So the one successful attempt was Hammett.
And then Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And then Obi biffed it. And then but if one of them had made it, then we would go to sudden death, and then the first person to score, that wins.
No, so if we did make it, then they would have to make it. And if they did make it, then we would go again. And
yeah.
If we ifed it, So it's, I knew it was 3 something.
Yeah, so it's three skaters, 6 attempts.
Yeah.
And then, so you get to use all 6. Then if the score is uneven, then
that's the winner.
You win.
You get a point.
Or if it's still tied, then you go into sudden death.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought the shootout was sudden death.
No.
So that's why I was standing there like, he just made a goal.
No, she's like,
why are we still playing? Like, we won the game. And then they kept going, and I was like, wait, I don't understand how this works. So,
but on the other hand, how are we supposed to know the rules? We're just at a game. Shootouts are pretty rare, although I think we've seen them a lot recently.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
just with us, but with other teams.
Yeah.
But how are we supposed to? I don't, no one's over there like telling us the rules of a shootout. No.
No.
And by the time a shootout comes along, all the fans have a lot of alcohol in their
Use them with it.
system, and they're not gonna help us out there. So
Yeah.
But
So Hammett,
great job, dude.
definitely not a dang it Hammett moment.
Well, it was a dang and Hammett during the overtime high sticking.
We should put the graphic in.
Dang it, I have like this neon light.
It's great.
Graphic on my phone.
We send it to each other. We text it to each other whenever you do something stupid. Hammett.
Yeah, it's like dang it,
Hammett,
and it's all blinking in neon.
Yeah, we'll put it in. We'll clip it.
It's great. That's all I gotta say for Great Falls. Their new goalie wasn't that great. Our goalies are awesome, like always. It's so nice that when we have one goalie out, we don't have to worry because we have two others just waiting that are great. We don't have to wait. Yeah, we don't have to worry about it.
We got a solid goalie set up right now.
Heck yeah, dude. Just like last year, we had a solid goalie set up.
So that was last Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we had all the trade stuff happening.
Yeah.
So then we also traded Sam Williamson, the baby giraffe, for Austin Tyler.
Yeah.
And apparently Tyler, while not a high-ranking skater, is a fighter. And he did not play last night, but he should be on the ice tonight. So we don't have much commentary on that at the moment, but we will for the next episode.
I did see him last night though, and he seems cool. I mean, he just was joshing around with the other guys. He just seems very happy.
Great.
That's great. So last night's game, we did have Marqueux play. He didn't have a name on his ugly jersey.
Oh yeah. We should talk about the auction jerseys. Should we roast them?
Well, I kind of did roast the baby blues, and I haven't got a call yet. So should we try it? Or play it safe?
So the jersey auction was last night.
And the night before.
No,
right? It ran for 2 days.
Oh yeah. It started the day before. It was supposed to last over 2 games, but we wrapped it last night. And all the exciting stuff happens in the last hour of an auction anyways. But that
is such nerd talk. Nothing exciting happens at an auction ever.
It's super exciting because I ran it, and so I could see all the bids it ramped way up. It was cool. It was fun. Anyways, so we made all of you guys who bid and won jerseys made nearly $10,000 for the figure skating club, which is awesome. $10,000, yeah, which was actually less than last year, and I think that's because I heard only one positive review of the jerseys, and the big thing was that the big thing that people didn't like was that the colors were muted and the graphics were not really visible.
That's the only thing?
Yeah. She might have more to say.
Oh, always.
But
always.
There were, and I feel like if we had a cooler design, they would have made more. If we had auctioned off the dark out jerseys, then I feel like that would have gone wild.
Okay, but last year
that design.
Last year was this.
Yeah, this was last year.
The military ones. Those are. I think they're cool. Those are sick.
They are cool, but also muted colors.
But you can see and you can read, and I think that they're unique enough.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, I think they draw attention. Yeah, they're muted and stuff, but I mean, we're kind of muted. I don't know. Those are sick. The one. Okay, I guess there's some. I guess there's some history behind the jerseys, which is what?
Oh yeah, because it was the 30th anniversary of the foundation of the team, 94 to 2004.
And all the designs on them.
Oh yeah, and it was the 4 different iterations. So it was the jersey was split into quadrants. So left, right, front, and then left, right, back. And each quadrant was a different kind of abstract view of the colors and the logo of the team in the background. And then it had the 30th, instead of the regular Bighorns logo, it had the 30th year anniversary thing on there, which I like. The 30th anniversary celebration. The concept, I like the concept, but the execution just kind of wasn't Like, I heard a lot of people were not huge fans of it.
Yeah, because they have eyes.
And really, the people that won them are the people who are like collecting the jerseys. So they were like getting it for the sake of like
Getting it.
filling out their collection and not necessarily because they thought the design was cool.
So my take on all of it, I would have never known that those jerseys had anything to do with anything she just said because one, you can't see it.
Yeah.
Two, just looking at them, I didn't want to know about them. And three, how are we supposed to know? How are you supposed, as a fan, how are you supposed to know? You're like, oh, that's the 30-year ago whatever
The
emblem
ice-
we used to have when they were.
The Ice Pirates. Yeah, I don't
Seriously?
even know what the other two were. Like,
I don't think
one of them
anybody
was like
did.
tan and gray.
Yeah, dude. I I don't. If they want to do like different, whatever that word, iterations, designs. Well, look, here's one. Billy's wearing a army helmet.
Yeah.
Here's one. That's one that we normally have.
Well,
Oh,
that's
here's
a
one. We set him on
This one
fire,
is
and it's
super
super
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, and has like flames down
Like
the
if you
sleeve.
want to do different, like we have different things for what we got right now.
Yeah.
That are cool. It almost looked comic booky.
Yeah.
But not in a good way, because comic books, they grab your attention with color and action, and like there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
But like they said, they were muted. You couldn't even tell. I can't even tell you what one of the designs were. They were just like tan and pink, and they almost looked like shadows of something. And number one, my biggest issue, and I think this is what I told you when you sent me the picture, is our colors are blue and gray.
Yeah, and it was like half blue and half red on the front.
We don't do red.
We don't do red.
Red is Gillette.
Red is the enemy.
Red is, who else is red? Great Falls.
Yeah.
Red is also, I think the Granite City is red.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Maybe.
But the point is that red is the enemy.
Right. Red is the enemy. We are blue. And they also had pink and purple on them. I was like, okay, I went off on light blue being feminine and gross. Okay.
The Queen City Cutthroats apparently was one of the logos. I've never even heard that.
And that must be where the red comes from.
No, the red was the Ice Pirates.
Where red is Ice Pirates?
I think the Ice Pirates. So Ice Pirates. Okay, so Ice Pirates from 94 to 99. Gold Rush 99 to 2000. Queen City Cutthroats until 2004. And then we've been the Bighorn since then.
Okay. In case you didn't know any of that.
I didn't know any of that.
I didn't either, and there's a reason for that because like we had
what happened in the 90s. Like 1994 who was top of the Billboard charts in 1994?
Not the Ice Pirates. Oh, maybe though. We had good players. I know some of the people that played on the Ice Pirates. No,
Jed, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Jed. He was an Ice Pirate.
And Mike, wasn't he?
Was he? Ace of Base was number 1 in 1994.
We should put that on the jersey. Then some of us might even
Boys to Men, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey.
I thought you were looking at like the Fraser Cup or the champion.
No, I'm looking at the top 100 billboards from 1994 just to show you how like All for One. I don't even know what is All for One.
All for One, I swear. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they were a one-hit wonder. Like the moon and the stars in the sky.
Fantastic Voyage by Coolio. All right.
Oh, Ace of Base is on here twice. 3 times.
Because they were awesome.
3 of the top 10 songs in 1994 was Ace of Base. The Sign, All That She Wants, Don't Turn Around.
That was a good song.
Yeah.
The point is, if you want people to buy what you're putting down, you
make it look cool.
Yeah. You got to make it appealing to the people who are buying it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I to say something positive about it, the concept was solid.
Oh, for sure. Now that I know it exists.
And honestly, the whole like jersey, shorts, leggings, everything, whatever they are, they look like leggings.
They probably
whatever.
I know that the pants are called breezers.
Breezers? Yeah. The shorts or the long pants? The shorts, the breezers, whatever. The whole getup actually did look pretty cool. Like,
no, they're like, let's take this ugly jersey and just strap it to our legs.
Yeah, it just didn't, I don't know. it didn't sit really well with a lot of the fans last night. So I'll say that. So Mike, if you're the one designing these and you want some input from fans, you ask us. We'll help.
Yeah.
We'll help.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be awesome to have like a fan design jersey.
Dude,
We
I
should
like
do like a submission, a jersey submission.
yes. Let's do it.
That's a great idea.
It is a good idea.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a jersey submission something where you can send us a picture or a sketch or something of a jersey idea that you have. And then next year, I don't know if we're going to do anything with the ideas, but next year,
It'd be cool.
if we are asked to help with that, we're not going to be asked. If I ask to help with that,
they're not gonna come to us, but
then
we will come to
I'll
you.
come to you. Then
They're like,
I'll
"Oh,
have a
God,
bunch
not
of
again."
cool idea like fan art created ideas.
I think it'll be
Because I
fun.
bet you there's some people out there that've got a good eye for style and have some really cool jersey ideas.
I don't, but I can tell you what's okay and what's not. But I couldn't be like, I'm gonna design one.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be able to
would
come up
design
with something, but I like fire.
that was my idea, dude. Cause like, okay, so these flames are like,
Winter
yeah,
flames.
they're like not super well defined or anything. I have an idea to do a flame jersey that's
Like a prison tat.
enough different from this that it wouldn't be too repetitive, but it would look super cool. I got it. I got it in my head.
See, I think that we need to stay forceful and powerful and like, yeah.
Not muted.
Yeah. We've been muting ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been muting ourselves ever about anything.
No.
But our jerseys for the team, they're becoming less like, yeah.
Less badass.
Yeah, and more like, don't hurt me.
And I think part of it too is that there's so many different iterations of the jerseys too that like you come to like a point where you've kind of used all the cool ideas.
No, we haven't.
But it's okay to like go back and then like reuse other
But
ones
just
that have
make
been
them
made.
better.
But make them just a little bit more modern or different or whatever. We don't have to do something completely different than
Like
what's been done
Gillette
before.
last year, they like redid their jerseys, the tops, super cool with the monkey, monkey face,
true.
and then they put diaper pants on them. And it's like, why?
They did. Oh, that's right. That was one of my favorite heckles from last year. I can see your skid marks.
Why though? Like,
that was great.
But then they wear their like big pads, like the goalie guy, and his butt looked like this big, and it was like
white
bubble.
shorts.
Dude, it was so bad. I was like, why?
Depends.
Dude, it was not cool.
Yeah. All right. So next thing to talk about is
the Gillette game last night.
Tea on Gillette.
Maybe, allegedly. We get a lot of a grapevine.
Oh yeah, it's all hearsay.
And we don't know what is what or who is who, but we're gonna share it. And
a good reporter never shares her sources, so don't even ask.
Because we don't know who they are, really. Because we heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody
I know
who knew
exactly who it was.
No, you're supposed to go with me on this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, we don't know who it is.
No, we don't. So don't shake us down because I break really easy under pressure.
Oh my God, we're terrible at this. We are so gonna get.
So if you're gonna go to anybody for information, go to her.
Because I'm really good at. I was gonna say I'm really good at lying, but I'm not.
Yeah, you're not
a terrible liar.
But,
okay, so it all started with the wild.
Is this a confessional or is this hockey? Is it a hockey podcast?
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. So the it all started when the Gillette Wild put out a notice on their website,
social media,
whatever. We reposted it 6 days ago, so it must have happened about that time.
Yeah,
so it's really recent. Instantly. So effective immediately, the Gillette Wild will wait. Sorry, this is terrible grammar. So let me. Effective immediately, the Gillette Wild have parted ways with head coach Eric Bromberg. It was determined that for the best interest of the organization, the players and fans, a change was needed.
Mm-hmm.
We wish Eric the best as he moves forward. Okay, whatever. Search for a new coach will begin immediately as the organization, with a capital O, is committed to the players and fans. It's like the Ministry of Truth, right? This past year, we had a lot of young, inexperienced talent, and our goal is to find a coach that can shape them into the team we know they can be.
Isn't that every team all the time?
Experienced talent has jumped ship.
Yeah, I know.
We are already starting to build for next year, and the only change in the organization will be at head coach. So
head coach.
Dude, that's really hard to read. So I think my fourth grader could write a better paragraph than that. But
Probably he better because I helped
you
him
taught
with
him.
that.
That's right. So that was the official announcement. Now, the tea. I have tea. Okay. And it's
I don't have
it's
tea, and this is the first time I'm hearing
yeah,
it.
I know, because yeah. So apparently, the parents had petitioned to have him booted. And this is all hearsay.
I
This is
don't
all
blame them.
alleged. Like they asked to have him booted
I don't
and they
blame
were
them.
booted. And now the capital O organization
The organization.
is going to let the players hire the new coach.
All right,
Which
all right, all right.
is a terrible idea. Like there's a reason why we don't let children pick their teacher.
They're gonna pick
or
the
their
Kool-Aid man.
parents. Yeah. Dude,
He knocks down
not gonna
walls.
lie, that would be amazing.
It would be super cool.
I would
They're
love
the
that.
Gillette Kool-Aid now.
The Gillette Kool-Aid.
Hey, that would like
The Gillette Jonestown.
Oh my god.
That went dark fast.
That went dark super fast. Oh my gosh.
And they're not changing their name as far as we're aware. But it would be kind of funny.
That totally fits.
Not
okay.
funny. Funny,
No.
not funny.
Okay, but
So-
in the parents, quote unquote, parents' defense, I don't blame them, dude. They went from this powerhouse team
True. They have
that was a nightmare for Helena people everywhere. Fans, players, coaches. The coach they had last year and the year before, the mafia guy,
mafia guy.
terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the man bun guy,
Oh yeah.
dude.
He was there when I worked penalty box one night, and I was like, "Do not engage. Do
not-
not make eye contact. Do not
His
make eye
vision
contact."
is based on movement. Did I just give you flashbacks?
Oh my gosh! Stop it. He's a dinosaur. He's a raptor. Don't
No,
make
it was
noise.
not. It was not a raptor. Get your dinosaur straight. It's a T-Rex that can't see you unless you move.
I wasn't
Jeez.
as afraid of the T-Rex. I was more afraid of the raptor.
Well, yeah.
Because the T-Rex, you could hear him coming from like a
Well,
long
and
ways
not
away.
even that. That brings back the old age question. Would you rather be attacked by one giant chicken or 100 tiny ones?
One giant one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Which makes the tiny ones that much more terrifying.
they are
especially to a
terrifying.
7-year-old's brain.
True that.
True that. Anyways,
Trauma.
so where were we?
Oh,
In the parents'
terrifying
defense.
man bun.
Oh yeah.
mafia.
He was scary. And then
I'm
this,
sure he
like,
was nice, but he was
this
scary
like
when he came.
t-shirt wearing like youth pastor looking guy stepped in, and then the biter is the assistant coach from last year. He
Remember the
bit
guy that bit the ref?
he
Let's
bit
have
the
him
ref.
coach our
Yeah,
guys.
good idea. So he's now head coach of the Wild. The
For
biter.
now, I guess.
Or interim head coach, I guess.
You know, in all their defense, they brought like M&Ms and Skittles and stuff for the boys yesterday at the game.
Yeah, they had a whole table full of candy.
Why don't we get candy? I want
Yeah.
candy.
I
think
would like
boys
our
want
capital
candy.
O organization to provide candy for everyone.
Why does Gillette get Skittles? They don't
Dude, I
deserve Skittles.
don't like
they don't
frozen,
just.
I don't like frozen Skittles, dude.
Well, you don't chew them if they're frozen. They were frozen, so I guess they don't. Their bus doesn't have a heating.
Oh yeah. So okay, so then that's the other part of the
Wyoming?
whole drama is that Friday night's game was canceled because we had a massive dump of snow like all over.
Massive dump.
Yeah. Yeah, the sky took a massive crap.
No, yeah,
all over
everywhere.
like central United States. And they got stuck in Billings on Friday because the highway was shut down. So that's why we didn't have the game Friday night, is because we had no opponents to play.
Because of the massive amount of poo-poo.
Because it was snow, but
I mean, whether they showed up or not, we really didn't have opponents to play. Either way.
fair. So we didn't have a game Friday night because of that. And then
and Butte couldn't get to Quake.
Yeah, Butte was stuck too.
So they had to cancel
because there was more highways closed going the other direction.
Yeah.
And so
It was a mix-up.
they never got here, and it turns out their bus doesn't have heat. Like, and it's a Wyoming, it's like a commercial, it's not their branded bus. It was like, I saw them leave last night.
Yeah.
It's like a Wyoming lines, like bus lines.
Like a transportation thing.
Yeah, like a commercial bus, and it doesn't have
I'm like, dude, it's Wyoming. Wyoming is just as bad as Montana.
Yeah.
Like, I
feel
didn't even
bad
think that
for
was
those
legal. I never thought I would have any sympathy for anything Gillette Wild. But last night, I was just like, whoa. Like, they have a lot going on, and they still showed up, and they gave it their all, which wasn't much.
Kind of. Their goalie got ejected.
Branson
because
totally
he
started a
apparently
thing.
watched that game with Branson where he was beating him with his blocker because that's what their goalie did last night.
And I
Although
don't like Kennedy. I don't like
he
either
ap-
Kennedy.
he apparently hates playing for that team, so I think he's got a little more like angst going on than your
What was his name? Like Tribert?
yeah,
Tribet?
yeah,
Tibet.
Alex Trebek.
It was Trebek. I knew it.
No, it's Austin Trieber, Trieber.
Or is it Triber?
Triber?
Or Tribettery.
Tribitter.
Tribetter. He started smacking our guy in the back with the blocker.
Yeah.
And so I even wrote to Branson. I was like, dude, I'm like, legit, you started a trend of blocker brutality.
Yeah.
I've like, when's the
Goal
last time?
blocker brutality.
Yeah, absolutely. When's the last time you saw anybody beating down people with blockers?
Last week. But before that, never.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Twice in a week?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get to see Appleman's.
We didn't see Appleman's, and I kind of almost didn't see the other one either. Well, I didn't see the actual like hit happen. Because there was something like goalie was over here fighting with the dude, and then there was something happening over here. So I was like looking past him, but the ref was standing between me and that scuffle, and I saw the ref like point at the goalie and point at the door. He's like, "You're out."
You know, he said, "You get out,
get out,"
and I'm like, "Oh,"
and I'm like, Who did he point at? What's going on?
Oh my gosh.
And then they escorted the goalie off the ice.
It was awesome. And in that moment, in my mind, I was like, the Kennedy refs do have a heart. What?
Wow. They have a brain cell between them.
I know.
At least one.
I know. It's amazing. It was a realization, though.
Yeah.
My whole world started crumbling down.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we won 6-1. 48 to 23 shots on goal.
Yeah.
And Marcus came in like a firestorm with 2 goals last night.
And an assist.
And an assist?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Yep, he got an assist with
Did
Chadwick.
he have a fight?
No.
So no, what's the...
Gordie Howe?
Gordie Howe.
No, but you know what's amazing? Is Hammett, the non-fighter. He got 4 penalties last night.
Hammett was, yeah.
We don't even have a name for 4 penalties. We just have a name for 3.
He got
What's 4?
He got a fat trick. Well...
What's 4?
It's just 4. Like, it's a fat trick to 3, and then I guess a double fat trick if you get 6.
That's rude.
I think that's how hat tricks work too. I mean, who gets double hat tricks though? I guess that would be amazing. Yeah, roughing, tripping, roughing. Dang it, Hammett.
But you know what? Here we go. I got a thing. I think because last night we weren't worried about losing, we were able to have more fun. And I noticed that when we played Quake too, our guys went out there like the Bighorns that we are used to. They're not scared of losing, so they can kind of relax and actually just have fun with it. I know with Bozeman and Great Falls and the Sabres, like they've gotten better. I mean, they're not us good, but they do put up a good fight. So I think we have to really behave ourselves, which we do, I guess, whatever. But last night, we weren't going to lose to the Wild. They lost all their good players. They got all this coach stuff going on, and they got stranded in the middle of this town in Montana. I don't even know the name of. Columbus, Montana. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Columbus, and then they had to go back to Billings and stay overnight, I guess. Yeah.
Anyways, I feel bad for them, but they still showed up, Skittles in hand, happy.
Freezing cold.
Very freezing. The Skittles were ice. Like, our one of our security guys went to eat one, and he said it almost broke his tooth.
Hi, Jake.
That's not Jake.
That was Jake. He said he's Jake from State Farm, and he looks like the Quaker Oats guy.
Oh, I know your real name, Jake, but I won't say anything.
What's his real name? Justin. Jake is not short for Justin.
He's just his name is Justin Huth. He used to work with Levi forever.
Well, he told me his name is Jake, so I'm going to call you Jake.
Now he's the Oats guy. No, he was the Oats guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's Justin Huth.
Oh. Well, I'm calling him Jake because he told me his name is Jake, and now
he almost broke his tooth on Gillette Skittles. But they showed up, and our guys were like, sweet, we get to have fun. We don't have so much pressure, right?
Yeah.
And Hammett's like, yeah. So the first Hammett was being Hammett, the old Hammett that we know and love. We love the goal scoring, not gonna fight you Hammett. But it was the nostalgia of the violent Hammett.
We want the violent Hammett who also makes goals.
I don't think you can have both. I think it's Jekyll and Hyde. I think it's either one or the other. I know.
Is that like a per game transition, or can he like switch back and forth?
I think it's per game.
No.
It was a bummer.
Well, we had Violent Hammett last
I know,
night.
and it was
great.
so great because not only was Violent Hammett just violent because he's Hammett, he also was the one who would come and defend his opponents. So Finn got in a little scuffle. That was the best scuffle ever because
I feel like you're doing it a disservice by calling it a scuffle. It was a beatdown.
No, it was not a beatdown. I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
So the Gillette guy was like, I'm gonna kill you, Finn. Right?
Uh-huh.
Goes after Finn, and Finn's like, stop. Boom! And just like drops him on the ground, and Finn's still standing, and the Gillette guy's like, help me. You know? It was great. It was not even a scuffle, really. The guy wanted to attack Finn, and Finn somehow like seriously chokeslammed the guy. Fantastic.
WWE on ice.
I'm like, who is this guy? Like, Finn always seems so passive, but when he fights, it's like, where'd that come from?
He's a force.
So while the Gillette guy is on the ground screaming for his mommy, Finn gets attacked by another Gillette guy because they're kind of like parasites, you know. You just can't get rid of one.
Yeah.
And so this other Gillette guy comes and he just like, he goes after Finn hard and like just starts punching. Like, it was bad. I felt bad for Finn at this time.
He was embarrassed.
And then the refs.
He should be embarrassed.
Well, he was defending his teammate, which whatever I get.
He should be embarrassed for his teammate.
Yeah, he should have, for sure. But then the refs get involved, and the refs are already trying to break it up. I don't know how this even happened, but here come Hammett. Dude somehow squeezes in between the Gillette guy and the ref and just gets involved.
Like, literally.
Gets involved, gets in the middle, and starts just, I don't know what he was doing.
Throwing down.
I don't even know if he had room to throw down because he kind of went in the middle of the pile.
Hammett, just don't like pull your elbow back if there's a ref.
I was
just saying.
I was hoping that wasn't the thing, but he did that twice last night. He came into the defense of his teammate, and I'm like, all right, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have to worry. I'm like, I'm glad that Hammett didn't get ejected. Because they've been getting ejected for stupid little fights.
Stupid stuff.
And so he probably got roughing or whatever, but he was just defending Finn. And Finn did not need defending until the other parasite came and and then there was a couple others. Michelini got in a fight, and then that turned into more than the fight because then more players got involved, and Hammond, I think, was one of those too.
Of course he was.
I love it. I think it's great.
And if he wasn't, he wanted to be.
I feel like also, I could see it in the Kennedy face. I don't know which one's which, nor do I care. One of the faces, that they were getting overwhelmed. And I think that when the goalie actually did the blocker thing, he was just done. Like, his nerves were shot because he was the lead that night. I don't think I've ever seen them as the lead.
Yeah, the ref, not just, because usually they're the two linesmen.
Yeah. But he was like, one of the Kennedys was the lead ref, and I think he was just overwhelmed.
Yeah. I was telling people, I was like, Kennedy pointed and spoke to their goalie the way that I speak to my children when they've gone too far. You, go to your room.
Dude,
flat out. And the guy was like, you, get out of here. I was like, I've never seen a ref.
Yeah. He lost
like
it
that.
For sure. But I'm like, okay. So when we play.
It's very unprofessional of him, personal opinion. It was very unprofessional.
I liked it. I thought it was great. Showed humanity, which none of them have, by the way.
They're not, so
they're not human. They're AI.
They're AI.
Programmed to hate us. No, so I have a theory.
Yeah.
Whenever we're playing cautious, which I said before, I understand why we have to. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But I feel like when the penalties are so far and so few between, it's easy for the refs to pick up every little thing. Like, oh, we saw you trip. We saw you slide. But when you have games that are utter chaos,
you can away with a lot more.
They get away with a ton. I mean, last night, our guys and Gillette were both. I mean, they would go by each other and just hit each other with a stick. Like, they were just doing stupid stuff, and it was entertaining, and it was fun. But hardly any of that got called.
Yeah.
And so I just think that he was overwhelmed. It was great. Our guys were able to defend their players.
Yeah.
Like, before, Hammett would never have been able to do that. They would have kicked him out.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's good, and I hope it's not a deterrent anymore. I think if we overwhelm the refs, we'll get away with a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually an excellent strategy suggestion. So, Damon?
Listen to all this knowledge.
We're hockey experts.
Absolutely. We
So,
call it how we
well,
see it.
and I'm excited for tonight's game because apparently the new guy Tyler is a
Ooh.
fighter.
Yeah.
And so I want to kind of see him in action. Like no, well, a little bit of expectations. No particular expectations. Like I wanted to show up and just like play,
Do we?
but I also kind of want to see like how rough is he going to be?
What if
And
he's
then
a hit?
cuz like Marcus has brought like, you know, shell time again, right? He's bringing in, and he's a 20 bomb. So this is his last season. So he's bringing in like maturity, experience. He makes goals, obviously. Like, so
Yeah, I think
that
it's
was an
great.
amazing
Still sad
addition.
about Cam.
Sad
but-
about Cam, but an amazing addition to the team.
Yeah.
And then this Tyler kid apparently is a total fighter. And so
I know.
I
wonder
see
if
if
we
then
could
he
like
brings in the brawn, you know, brains and brawn
Yeah.
with the new guys.
I like it. I like it. I wonder if he's like if he would take a hit list. If he's really that
These are the
aggressive.
ones that we don't
Yeah.
like.
If we all
Vote
like
for
set up
21.
like yeah.
Isn't 21 the mean one last night?
I don't know. I had to do the parents' night stuff, so I wasn't
Yeah, and
able to do
I was
my normal
doing the
thing. And you were doing
auction.
the auction. So we could see bits and pieces, but I wasn't able to like focus on details. So much details because I'm a detail person.
Odd
I'm like,
Gers.
remember that one guy came and then another guy came and then they
No,
smashed together.
it wasn't 21. He wasn't the mean one.
Who is it?
Odgers?
No,
the
it was
man.
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Schmidt was one of them. Look at the penalties. You're at the wrong spot. Lindsay, that's funny. Slashing.
Dylan Peterson.
Oh, Peterson is
Looks
the
like
one
he got
that
a major.
no, but he's the one who attacked McElhaney. No, I
Oh.
think McElhaney actually attacked him. Yeah, Schmidt was one.
Patrick's got 2.
Yeah, Schmidt's down here too. Tripping, Peterson, Yates. Yeah.
Retriever.
If he takes a hit list, we could totally just like all send him like this secret
Yeah.
little code of who we want him to take out. I've always wanted that. We should totally.
That's
be
a
able to do
great
that.
idea.
I know.
I like that idea.
We have so many great ideas now. If anybody would just
stick
listen
our
to them.
hockey players on the other one, the guys that we don't like.
Right. Especially us with so much like experience. Like we know who
Oh yeah.
not experience in anything worthwhile.
I
in this
don't backtrack
conversation.
that.
I
Especially as with so much experience.
as
Continue.
experience of watching Bighorn hockey and these other teams in the Frontier Division, we can tell you which ones are little crap faces that just need
They just need a beat down.
need one beat down. It teaches life lessons, people. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's for your own
It's for
good.
growth.
It's for your own
It's how
good.
people grow. And we're taking that away from them.
Oh my gosh.
It's true.
It's true.
Facts.
All right. So let's do, well, do we have anything else in the game last night?
I'm all looking at notes. I have no notes for last night.
Yeah, and I like that her notes have gone back to like the chaos filled
Well, I
sheet
didn't have
of paper.
I didn't have time to reorganize.
No, it's okay.
So
let's talk standing. So we're clinched, obviously, that happened a while ago. Duh. Although what are the, so there's a Z by our name and X is by those 3. So what is
Z means
clinched playoff position?
yeah.
So Z regular season champion, Y clinched division, X clinched playoff. So if we're looking at Frontier,
We have a Z.
we have a Z.
Gillette has an X. What the crap is happening?
Gillette? How is Gillette in?
I think you're in the wrong
Oh,
year.
hold on. I'm looking at the wrong year, y'all.
I was like, Gillette doesn't have no
Whoa.
X.
I just like teleported in time.
The fear came back.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Okay, there we go. So we're yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we're clinched.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but there's no one else
no one else is
because they're so close.
in the Frontier division.
Yeah, because if you look
Some-
up a lot of the other divisions
They're starting
actually
to
have.
get clinched.
Look at Central
Central's
has
got
3 X's.
all 3 already clinched.
Of course, West Bend. Brow, I'm brow.
So we've got
Us.
us at the top with 33-3. So we've got
No, don't do that. Just do 38. We played
38.
38. Yeah,
38.
we're first. We're first. Like always. This one
But-
doesn't count.
But that's just how many games we've played.
Yeah, but we're winning.
But this is how, like, this is whether they place or not, right?
Yeah, no.
So how many times you win determines whether you're clinched
Okay,
or
go
not.
to the points. We have 68 points. The next
Okay, points.
person
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
next to us are the Sabres. And this isn't fair, so do not believe anything that anybody's telling you. The Sabres it has in second place, but they've played 5 games more than us.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how. They're in the middle of Rapid City. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
What
Where
are
are
they
they
doing?
playing
Just
even?
randomly playing games with people and then counting them? I don't really know.
I think they're counting their pond hockey tournaments.
Yes. They are.
Pond
5
hockey doesn't
games?
count. Pond hockey doesn't count. Yeah. But yeah, they've played 5 more games than us.
That makes no sense to me, but they have been playing much better. I think that they are going to be our biggest contender. I'm calling it.
The Sabres, really? Not
Yeah.
the Hawks?
No, the Hawks suck now.
That's true. They did kind of go downhill. So the Sabres, so we're at 68 points.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm reading this correctly. The Sabres are at 53 points, but with 5 games more played more than us.
Yeah.
So we have got a healthy lead on that.
Yeah, we
And we'll make it even wider. Hawks are at 51, so a close second with
and they've still played an extra game.
4 games less than the Sabres. And then Great Falls tied with them 51 with a couple more games on their roster. So that third place is pretty tight right now.
Yeah, that's why they're
both
not
of them have
calling it.
51 points. And then the Ice Dogs are at 46.
Yeah, and then everybody else we don't need to talk about because no one cares.
But I just would like to mention that Gillette Wild has half as many points as we do.
It sucks to be you.
Too bad. So sad.
So sad.
Be better.
They try to be better, but they can't be better.
They can't be better because they had to fire their coach.
And all their
And
players
rent
left.
a bus with no heat.
They're frozen. They can't play. They're cold.
They're cold. So Butte Irish is no longer in the running, basically. But
Were they ever?
That honestly, I feel like that second, third, and fourth spots are all kind of up in the air.
Well, yeah.
Because 53, 51, 51, second, third, fourth. I mean,
I want to know. Tight. So Sabres have played 5 games more than us. Hawks 1, which okay, I get that one.
Yeah.
Great Falls 3.
3.
How do you play 3 more games than us? You're like an hour over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in a basement. I've lost all time.
We're in a concrete box.
Dude.
Yeah.
What day is it?
Yeah.
What time is it? Is it nighttime?
It's 1994.
And Ace of Base is top of the charts.
Top of the charts.
Let's put it on our New Jersey.
Yeah. So yeah.
That was mean.
So we are killing it in first here.
And we're the only ones.
We're the only ones in our division that's clinched, so we won't know.
But he's played more games than us. Even Gillette's played 40. Butte's played 40.
That's because we understand the value of rest.
True story. That's why we're having a game on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So who cares about football anyways?
Who cares about football? But we will be there supporting you.
On your
my
phone
hoodie, that's awesome.
while you're standing in or sitting in the ice rink watching hockey.
Yeah. You still got to support our boys.
Priorities, people.
And no one even cares about these
Who
teams.
is playing the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs
and
Philly. Which everybody I've talked to.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, I think.
We don't know anything about football.
We don't know anything about hockey, football, nothing. We just talk about it. Everybody hates the Chiefs so much because of obvious reasons, I guess. I think it was the same thing with the Brady thing.
Is that
it's just the famous
dude dating Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
I keep doing the cutaways to Taylor Swift. Yeah.
They think it's like a PR stunt, which it probably is. You can't trust anybody or whatever. So they think that the refs are paid off because I guess there's been some shady calls from what I've heard. I haven't seen. And so they think that the Chiefs are going to win by default because it's already pre-planned. But everybody says that about every sport ever.
Kind of?
Yeah. Like the Mike Tyson fight. I mean, everybody has theories on that one.
I have theories on that one.
I do too. But then I saw his butt, and I never want to talk about it again.
Yeah. That old man cellulite butt. Blech. Bruh.
Okay, wait. Okay. Wait for it. My belly's growling now. That was my stomach, not the dog. Chiefs. Everybody hates the Chiefs, but thinks they're going to win, but they're all rooting for the Eagles.
That's because people like an underdog.
The Eagles weren't always an underdog.
No, they weren't.
Have you ever seen those movies with Mark Wahlberg?
Fast and Furious?
He's not in there.
Oh, no. He's in the other car one. What's the other car series that came out about the same time?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about movies.
Obviously.
I got too much to do in my life.
He did that one where he was like as a random guy that came in and tried out for the Eagles and made it.
Oh, I did see that one. That was a good one.
Anyways, not Fast and Furious. We suck at life. How are we live this long?
Yeah, I saw that one.
No, that's not it.
It's this guy.
Yeah, but what's the name?
Invincible?
No, stop.
No,
that's a cartoon.
It's got his picture.
It's not it.
2006 film Invincible. Mark Wahlberg plays a washed-up has-been bum that plays for an NFL team. That's because the NFL team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's Invincible, but it looked like a cartoon, kind of like our jerseys, so I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
know
that's the
what
one
we
where
were
he like,
doing.
yeah, he like plays street football or whatever
I don't even
with
know.
his
Yeah,
friends, and then they have open tryouts.
that's a good movie though. Watch it.
That's a great movie. That was a good one. I
I don't
I
know
actually
how.
saw
You
that
know,
movie.
most younger people don't know that Mark Wahlberg used to be Marky Mark, and Marky Mark, although the under. You see what I have to deal with, people? I'm trying to
I
survive
am
on my own, and she
not
can't even help.
I am I
Other
am a
than,
total noob with anything pop culture.
I thought it was like common knowledge. Okay, other than the super, super not interesting Calvin Klein ad with Marky Mark in his underwear, which most people have seen that because it was everywhere. Now she's Googling that.
Did you see my face?
That was a better reaction than the human centipede face. Marky Mark used to be a rapper. He was like the original Vanilla Ice,
He's
baby.
grabbing his junk. Okay, here it is. Let's watch it.
Good looking out for the drawers. Not saying I would do another Fruit of the Loom commercial or nothing like that, because they don't make the hype shorts. These are the 90s, man. They just fit good and they hold me snug. So I'm about to go get some skins. I'm not gonna put on like no silk underwear. Oh, she got freckles.
He did Good Vibrations where he was a rapper.
Oh, really?
You know
Like
that
the song?
Yes, that's him. When he first came out.
Ah,
I don't know how he
I didn't know
transitioned from this guy to the Mark Wahlberg we all know now. I don't know how we even got on this subject, but he was in that movie
like a
with the
phoenix
Eagles.
rising from the ashes. That's how. It's
From his
overly
underwear.
dramatic.
From his underwear.
Yeah.
He rose from the underwear. Ad. We should probably wrap it. Tonight we're playing Gillette again. I'm not really worried about it. I'm sure that goalie got suspensions. Branson Appleman is back. His suspensions
Yeah.
are up, so I'm thinking he's playing tonight. We have the two new guys. Hopefully both of them are playing. I would like to see both of them
Yeah,
before
Tyler,
playoffs start.
Austin Tyler.
And Mark.
He has two first names, which makes it awkward because then we also have Tyler Miller and Ty Shell.
Oh gosh. Yeah, we do. We always
And
have
then
a
we
lot
have
of
Austin
Tylers.
Tyler. We have a lot of Tylers.
Last year we had a lot of Tylers. No, the year
Somehow
before.
it's still a popular name. I feel like it was popular when I was like there were 3 Tylers in my first grade class.
I can't believe you remember
Like
that.
it was only like 12 years ago.
We better wrap this before things get even weirder. Tonight, parents' night's over. I think some of the parents are still able to stay and watch, and some had to go because our flights to Helena are stupid expensive and they couldn't cancel and couldn't change. But it was cool that they got to come and at least
Yeah, we
see
got to meet a
one.
bunch of parents. I've met several parents that have been watching the podcast. So.
I know. Hi.
Hi guys.
It was great to meet you.
It was awesome.
I am awkward, like I said I would be.
Mm-hmm.
I try
We
not
are.
to
We
be.
both are. She's more awkward than me.
I need to get lessons. I need lessons on human.
I'm sure there's like an online life
communication.
coach for that.
I need that.
But really, that's just regular life.
I need a lesson on interpersonal communication. That's what I need. But that's besides the point. I need a lot of things. So we'll keep you posted on this game somehow, some way.
Yeah. So stay tuned for format of. So we were doing every other week, but honestly, it's really hard to fit that many games into like.
It'd be nice
the amount of time. It'd be nice if we could do it more often. So and because we now have this set up,
maybe.
I mean, it's set up right now.
Well, it's set up right now. We don't know.
But because we have the option,
we have options.
We're still deciding. And so the most important thing for us is to make sure that we've got a good, solid coverage of the playoffs and the Fraser Cup.
Yeah, for sure. And maybe we'll be able to go to the Fraser. I think.
Yeah, I'm looking for somebody to help us get there. If you or your business,
There's a business over there.
Who would like.
There's a corner over there.
Why do I need to go in the corner?
Mm.
Because it's 90 degrees.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I don't understand. Anyways,
this chick, man.
I don't get it. I seriously don't.
Go work the corner to get money.
Oh, no, I don't know how to do that.
You don't even know what the corner
I don't have anything to sell.
Should I make blankets? With your random crochet.
I could crochet.
She crochets and sends me
I
stuff
could
like
crochet
randomly.
baby booties and sell them on the corner. Is that what you're insinuating? Because that's a very bizarre way to transition into that conversation.
I know. It's
So
so
anyways,
weird. That's my
so
job.
we want
Just
to
keep things weird.
not sell our bodies on the corner, but
But now
in
you
fact,
get it.
I got it. But in fact, get somebody to help us get there. Would love sponsorships. We really want to make this into a regular thing. It's if we get sponsorships, she can quit her job. And then we'll actually have money to get a real like studio set up and do stuff and go to away games and things like that. So,
And also, if anybody that knows anything about anything wants to come and
yeah,
be
shout
on the
out for
show,
another hockey armchair expert that knows slightly more than we do that would like
or
to.
that knows things about things.
No,
that
don't
things.
invite people to the show because they'll have to come in my basement.
It
Where am I
was-
going to put them?
Well, if Brad's back, then we can use the studio.
Yeah, that's true.
We have options.
That's true. I guess we could. We could always set up at the VIP lounge or something.
No, but I think it's cool. Like we should. I would like to have more people on that could bring a different dynamic.
Now you like the idea of having guests on.
Well, no, I might guess like. No, not like.
You know, we should get who's the Cletus who wears the underwear pants.
I don't know. Which one? I don't know.
Okay.
There's one named Marvin and one named Cletus, and then there's a really, really tall guy that's blue.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the other baby giraffe.
We gotta cut.
Okay, we gotta get out of here. All right, thanks guys. See you later.
At Builder's First Source, we're harnessing the power of innovation to transform the future of home building. With 14 facilities across Montana, Builder's First Source is your one-stop shop for building materials. From lumber and windows to trusses and siding, whether you're building single-family homes or multifamily units, we've got you covered. Visit BLDR.com to learn more. Builder's First Source, building Montana's future, one home at a time.